Well, I wasn't going to make a video of this, I was just going to play around, but I took a U-joint off of the old basketball hoop, and it had the nut and washers on it still, and I was just going to try out the forge to see how well it worked, and if it would work at all. And I've gotten into it to a point now that I think I'll take a video of it. So I've cut off a point of the steel. I'm using a freaking F-150 rotor as an anvil because that's all I have. And we take a look inside the forge, and it's actually doing its job, surprisingly. So there's the nut that I flattened, and now that looks like it's going to become the tang. And I'll try to stretch that out, and I'll try to make a blade out of the front of it. So I'll take a video. Who knows? It might turn out to be something. Always doing the wrong job with the wrong tools. I found that the side of this go down works better. I think I got the tang where I want it to be. I think it'll be long enough, and we'll go ahead and start working on the blade again. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's the forging that I'm going to do. I'm going to heat treat it, grind it down to a point, see what it looks like. I want this one to look pretty rough. Alright, I'm back again. I heat treated it one more time. See what it does this time. I think that sounds pretty good. I don't know if it's if it's the hardest steel in the world, because I used that bolt, so it might not be actually the best steel, but it sounds pretty good. We'll put an edge on it. We'll temper it and sand it up. I'm going to leave it a little bit rough like that. I like that carbon on there. Alright, I sanded it up. I'm going to go ahead and put an edge on it. Not a fine edge, but an edge. And then I'll heat treat it one more time, sand it up one more time, and then temper it. So I think that's the plan. I like it rough and ugly like that. I put a rough edge on it. And I'm going to go ahead and harden it one more time, and then I'll sand it off, and we'll hit it with sandpaper and make it a knife. But I think that'll be a nice little skinning knife. Alright, I got it up to the right temperature. I'm going to harden it one more time. That's what I started with, and then I pinched it off that much of it, and I drew it out to that far. So I pinched it off probably shorter than that, probably about that far, and I drew it out that far. So there's, after heat treating, I'll go ahead and hit it with the sandpaper now and try to put a finer edge on it. Looks pretty cool. Well, we'll chalk it up to another lesson learned. The knife turned out pretty nice, but using that bolt as steel is way too soft. If I try the knife on the striker, nothing. Even the edge, nothing. And if I look at the edge, just hitting it with the striker is enough to dull it up. Here's a file. You'd expect something like that. I didn't even temper this. I hardened it, and that was it. So, nice looking knife. Put a bone handle on it even. I didn't finish it up, but polished it a little bit. I like how that works. Nice rustic look. But my guess is I could grab that with a pair of pliers and bend it in half. Lesson learned. So I just took a pair of pliers to see how soft this steel was, and I was able just to bend it right over without it breaking. So that kind of proves that little point. A little too soft. Oh well. Lesson learned.